This is the most overlooked area of the game. The 100-yard shot. I see people fat it, thin it, and just make an absolute terrible hash of it. There's 3 moves that cause this. We're going to cover them and go through the simple solutions in today's video. Welcome to the channel. I'm Alex Elliott. I'm a PGA Golf Professional and top 50 world coach. We're looking at Mick H's comment today saying, and this is exactly why, right? Listen to this. My driver and long irons are okay, mostly, caveat to that, but my approach play 50 to 100 yards is absolutely terrible. Well, these are the 3 moves I guarantee you're making if you're thinning the golf ball or fatting it. And then let's get into the solutions. Let's go through these terrible things you've got to avoid really quickly. You want to get onto those solutions, I know. First one is standing too far away from the golf ball, just like this. Almost like we're reaching for the ball, and you sort of have to make full swing like this, which can lead to those horrible thin shots. The next one, weight transfer. Now this might sound strange to you as I'm saying this is a mistake, but what I don't want you ever to do on these controlled shots is transfer our weight back and then through. Think about it. Weight transfer adds speed and adds power. This is a controlled area. So number 2 is weight transfer. And the final one, this. Really trying to compress it. Hands ahead, driving that leading edge in. Absolutely. Please do avoid that. This is your simple solution though. Let's cover this setup, and this is what you've got to do so you're not too far away from the ball. Okay, so think about it. If you're a long way away, that encourages you to grip all the way up here. Whenever you're hitting these controlled shots, let's just grip it where you've got even at the top and even at the bottom. That's as simple as that has to be. Now, this is the routine that I would use, okay? I want you to feel as though you follow this. Now, my distance from the ball, I would feel as though my chest is a little bit more over rather than being back here with loads of room. This shaft angle will be a little bit steeper than maybe what you're comfortable with, and it will feel a little bit different. Now, to attain this nice simple setup, first thing, build the feet correctly. 2 club head widths apart is where I want you to start. So probably a lot narrower than what you're used to, but that's fine. Again, we're doing everything here for control. Now to build this, before you put your hands on the club, just put your club in your belly button, and I want you just to hold it and move your weight to the left, just as I've done there. Now what you'll see here is, if you start with that ball in the middle of your stance and just move it left to where, from your perspective, the shaft just sits on the target side of the golf ball, to where if you dropped it down, it would be about here. All I want you to do then is move the club behind the ball. Adjust your correct distance on the grip. That is as easy as the setup is. You've got your weight left, you've got your hip cleared, you've got your shoulders to target, hands slightly ahead. You're doing everything you've got to do there. So that is killing off that big mistake number 1. Now, just making those first adjustments is going to make your strike so much better. So let's lead into point number 2 here. I said to you about we don't want any weight transfer. So get back into that setup, shaft ahead, down, 2 club widths apart in the stance. I want you to imagine if you got your weight 60-40 at address, I want you to keep it 60-40 throughout the backswing, and then maybe finish sort of 70-30. So listen to that again. 60-40 and maybe 70-30. So just the momentum of the shot and the club is going to take you through a little bit more. Okay, let me hit this one away in slow-mo, and you can sort of just look at this one and just go, ah, bingo, I get that. The final bit, not getting that club to dig. Now, I appreciate if the ground is wet, it's going to take a big divot, regardless what sort of your concept is or your technique is. But think about it this way, right? I want you to imagine that logo there is our golf ball, right? I want you to imagine how you present your club to the ball is not a scoop at that logo. So imagine the bottom of this club is a plane, the wheels of a plane. It's not an aborted landing where we scoop, but equally it's not a crash landing. I want you to imagine, and this is brilliant, I love this concept, it's what I use every single time I hit a pitch shot, is I get just the wheels to touch down. Just the wheels to touch down. Now, how I do that is I just have a few practice swings where I feel as I'm just taking that top layer of grass off, as if I'm just cutting it, like that. Just really practicing. I'm not scared of my club hitting the ground, but I'm focusing on just taking a shallow divot, not a big, steep, horrible one where the greenkeepers go, you can't practice anymore. Okay, come on, let's see how close we can get this. That is what we're faced with. This plays a bit longer than 100 yards this today, actually. It's a little bit uphill, it's into the wind, but no matter. I'm gonna use the same technique. Here we go. In, set up, remind myself if I need to, grip in the middle, keep the weight there, we'll land the plane. Be good. Oh, that definitely had to have some spin on it. Pin high, just a little bit to the right. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.